Once upon a time, in a vast and vibrant forest, there lived a tiny mouse named Milo. Milo was smaller than most mice and had soft gray fur, large round ears, and a pink nose that twitched constantly. Despite his small size, Milo had a big heart and an even bigger sense of adventure. He lived in a cozy burrow beneath the roots of a towering oak tree, filled with acorns, wild berries, and all his little treasures collected during his explorations. Milo loved his peaceful life, but he always dreamed of doing something big, something heroic. The other animals in the forest, rabbits, squirrels, and birds, often teased Milo for his small stature. They called him the little mouse who is afraid of his own shadow. But Milo didn't mind. He knew that one day, he would prove them wrong. One sunny morning, the forest was bustling with activity. The birds sang cheerfully, the squirrels scurried about gathering nuts, and the rabbits played among the wild flowers. Everything seemed perfect until a loud, thunderous roar echoed through the forest. The animals stopped in their tracks, their eyes wide with fear. From the depths of the forest, a shadowy figure emerged. It was a large, ferocious cat named Fang, who had been terrorizing the nearby villages. Fang was notorious for his cunning and sharp claws, and he had decided that the lush forest would be his new hunting ground. The animals panicked and ran to hide in their burrows and nests, but Milo stood his ground. He knew the forest was his home, and he couldn't let Fang take over. With a determined twinkle in his eye, Milo decided that he would be the one to confront the fearsome cat. Milo quickly devised a plan. He gathered his friends Lily the squirrel, Pip the sparrow, and Benny the rabbit and explained what they needed to do. They were hesitant at first, but Milo's confidence inspired them. The plan was simple: Milo would lure Fang into a trap, and together, they would outsmart the cunning cat. As night fell, Milo bravely approached Fang's hideout near the old stone ruins in the heart of the forest. He carefully tiptoed past fallen leaves and branches, making sure not to make a sound. With his little heart pounding, Milo finally saw Fang lounging on a moss-covered rock, licking his paws and looking smug. Milo took a deep breath and called out, "Hey, Fang! Bet you can't catch me." Fang's eyes snapped open, and he snarled. He hadn't expected a tiny mouse to challenge him. "You, a mere mouse, dare to challenge me?" Fang growled, amused but irritated. Milo dashed off into the trees, running as fast as his tiny legs could carry him. Fang, angered by the little mouse's audacity, gave chase, his powerful paws thundering against the forest floor. Milo zigzagged through the underbrush, leading Fang deeper into the forest, right where the trap was set. Just as Fang leaped to catch Milo, the ground beneath the cat gave way, and Fang found himself tangled in a net made of vines and sticks. Milo had led him straight into the trap. Fang thrashed and roared, but the more he struggled, the tighter the net became. Milo, with his friends by his side, approached the snarling cat. "We don't want to hurt you, Fang," Milo said bravely, standing tall, well, as tall as a mouse could stand. "But this forest is our home, and we won't let you harm it." Fang, realizing he had been outsmarted by a mouse, finally stopped struggling. He looked at Milo with something almost like respect. "I underestimated you, little mouse," Fang said, his voice softer. "You have courage." Milo and his friends freed Fang but warned him never to return. The cat, embarrassed but also impressed, slinked away into the night, knowing he had met his match. The forest animals cheered for Milo, the little mouse who had faced the mighty Fang and won. No one ever called Milo small again, for they had seen the size of his courage. Milo had proven that bravery doesn't depend on size, it comes from the heart. From that day on, Milo was known as the bravest mouse in the forest. He continued his adventures, exploring new parts of the forest, always ready to help his friends. And whenever anyone doubted themselves, they would think of Milo, the tiny mouse who dared to be brave. And so, the forest remained a peaceful, happy place, all thanks to one little mouse who wasn't afraid to stand up for what was right.